McDonald's adult Happy Meals are here. Oh, the nostalgia. Plastic soy toys for grown micro-boy plastic adults. Great appetizers for microplastic-filled soy adult kibble. Wow.
I can't think of a better symbolic representation of where we're at as a culture, where so many of us are coming from, and even going towards, sadly, than the adult Happy Meal from McDonald's. The adult Happy Meal. Somebody sent me the screenshot of a Reddit post, and it almost read like parody, right? I mean, reality and parody have overlapped to such an extent now that it's sometimes hard to discern what is meme level parody and what is just real life these days. This poor guy, kind of average looking, Seattle dwelling, soy fed dude, and he said he hadn't left his apartment in 2 years. He's been working at home. He's got his work from home job, and his crippling anxiety kept him from leaving his apartment for the last 2 years, but he's finally left his apartment for an adult Happy Meal for his adult kibble rations. And it just made me think, like, first of all, why do you think you have this crippling anxiety? Why do you think this depression, this dark cloud of anxiety and trepidation, fear of the outside world is consuming so many of us? I mean, a portion of this, I'm not saying all of it, but definitely a decent sized portion of this is actually dietary related, right? So the feedback loop of the highly inflammatory foods filled with preservatives, made from ingredients doused in pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, fungicides, right? The glyphosate fortified, vitamin and mineral fortified, extra vitamin glyphosate, corn and soy based foods that so many of us are eating are creating a significant amount of inflammation in the body. Right? They've done studies, and leptin levels, which is a satiety hormone, and inflammation levels are intricately linked. Inflammation, right, chronic inflammatory conditions in the body leads to insulin resistance, leads to anxiety. Right? Depression can be caused, I'm not saying it's always caused by it, but depression, which, isn't it funny, like 100 years ago, a few hundred years ago, this depression was not the norm. Anxiety, crippling anxiety was not the norm. Right? Now, maybe if you look at a lot of the philosophers of Europe, post-Enlightenment, guys like Nietzsche, sure. I mean, a lot of the big thinkers who kind of formed and molded the philosophy that forms the basis of the worldview today, right? This nihilistic, atheistic, man himself as the measure of all things, godless culture that so many of us have unfortunately embraced, fed into, been raised by at least. Look at guys like Nietzsche. Yeah, these were people who were chronically depressed, living a life of sedated, seething lonesomeness. But that's not the norm for most people. This is a new phenomenon. All right, so the inflammation in our bodies can affect our brain. Right, inflammation in the gut dramatically affects the brain. Inflammation in the brain can create a situation where we are feeling anxious, feeling depressed, feeling suppressed or repressed, right? So anyways, that feedback loop is just being fed. And then what is the thing that's used to draw us out of this bubble of depression, of lonesomeness? On a mass scale, one of the only ways that so many people are interacting with the world is through just fantasy, right? Through fantasy, whether it be mass media, Marvel movies, Reddit, internet forum, right? Or even YouTube, right? Living in the YouTube comments living through the screen, this artificial reality of your curated audience, or as a member of the audiences that of your little favorite reality TV stars on YouTube, right? This bubble of reality feeds into the depression as well. But I mean, the adult Happy Meal and the plastic toys, the plastic toys to go with the microplastic filled soy burgers, to turn us into microplastic filled soy humans. This is like so many of our biggest joys. I mean, it's so sad. It's so sad. But if we simply take a step back, recognize that the foods we eat, the lifestyle we live, right, the habits we curate, the way we spend our days, dramatically affects how we feel, right? Depression is not some externally determined, biologically determined state. And what happens to us is the result of our actions and our reactions to the environment. Obviously, we can't control everything that happens to in our environment. We can't control things that happen to us, but we do have free will and are able to control our reaction to the environment. We're able to control what we put in our bodies, right? How we curate our internal environment and our bodily environment, our physical environment and our internal mental, emotional environment. That's up to us. We can make decisions. And those decisions we make will affect our state of mind, how we feel, if we're depressed or not. So the adult Happy Meal is just such a reflection of our sick and twisted society. Right? The fake plastic foods, the microplastic munchies filled with preservatives, pesticides, insecticides that destroy our guts, make our bodies chronically inflamed as we're starving for the nutrients that they're missing. As we fill our bodies with these things and we get depressed, we feel anxious, we feel ashamed of ourselves because we know deep down inside that we're destroying ourselves and allowing the world around us to be destroyed. Well, we'll get a little treat for it. You get a little treat. Get out of your coon pod. Take a drive over to McDonald's. Take an Uber over to McDonald's, right? It's probably makes you too anxious to actually drive a vehicle. And it's not sustainable, right? Get out of your sustainable Smart City soy pod and go get yourself a little plastic figurine, a little plastic Marvel movie or nostalgia-induced Disney character figurine. And you're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel happy. We're all gonna be happy. Soy face. Adult Happy Meals. Ooh, come on. So we gotta take responsibility for what we put in our bodies. We gotta take responsibility for the culture we expose our children to, the culture we expose ourselves to. We gotta get off the freaking soy kibble. Get off the freaking plastic figurines. Burn your Funko Pops. We need a Funko Pop bonfire. Giant Funko Pop bonfire at a national scale to start the healing process. Anyways, the foods we eat, right? Focusing on good quality, locally produced animal foods. Focusing on supporting local food producers. Not feeding into the McDonald's McKibble, the global McMonoculture McKibble that turns us into little global McMonoculture McKids, right? Grown men acting like children. Grown men acting like children, not just in their choices of how they spend their time and how they interact with people. I mean, you see this at a mass scale. You see the infantilization of human interactions. And it's sad, it's pathetic. So anyways, what can we do to improve the situation? What can we do to stop this? We feed ourselves right. We feed ourselves right. Make simple choices. Don't buy foods that have cartoon characters on the boxes. Don't buy foods that have tons of ingredients listed. Don't buy foods full of preservatives. Locally raised animal foods, a diet based on that. Good sources of carbohydrates, right? Not everybody needs carbohydrates. Some people, like the dude in that Reddit post, might do a little bit better with some carbohydrate restriction for a period of time to decrease his glucose levels, decrease the chronically high blood sugar levels that do feed into anxiety as well, right? Diabetic states, increase inflammatory responses throughout the body, increase inflammation throughout the body, which leads to anxiety and depression. So some of us should be restricting our carbs a bit. The carbs we eat should be from unrefined foods, fruits, honey, dairy, right? Easily digested foods. And then proper supplementation as well. Right? There are certain herbs like Tonkat Ali, like some of these Ayurvedics, such as Shilajit, right? To help to improve our hormones, to help to improve our hormone profile, to help to improve how our body functions, so it can function how it's designed to function amidst this soy slop culture. So we gotta get off the TV, get off the freaking Marvel movies, and get on the locally produced foods. You can find local food producers. I always forget to remind folks. You can find locally produced animal foods and get them directly from the farmers and support those farmers directly by checking out eatwild.com, eatwild.com. I got no affiliation with them, but they're a great database where local farmers can actually list and get in touch with their clients, be able to serve you guys directly. So check out eatwild.com if you want raw milk, good raw milk, realmilk.com if you're in the US. Check out our buddies over at Choq, CHOQ.com, to get the highest quality adaptogens. I take the Tonkat Ali extract daily. Their Choq daily is fantastic, as well as the Shilajit. They've got female vitality stacks, the male vitality stacks, and you can get 50% off if you use the coupon code BIG50. That's Big 50. You can get 50% off store-wide, or even better, what I recommend is doing a recurring subscription. You can get 53% off all subscriptions for life at choq.com, CHOQ.com. You use BIG53 Life, Big 53 Life, BIG53 LIFE at CHOQ.com, and you can get 53% off all subscriptions for life. The highest quality adaptogens and natural supplements that help to get the body functioning how it's meant to function. Check out the Carnivore Cookbook too, down in the description. Jessica's cookbook, fantastic resource showing you how to prepare the most nutrient dense, easily digested animal foods. It's all animal foods. The Carnivore Cookbook, and it's called the Carnivore Cookbook for people who really love animals. So check that one out. Dial in the diet, support local food producers, get off the soy kibble, burn your frickin' Funko Pops, get out there and live life.
To the distinguished audience, this is a message from the World Economic Forum. We want to ensure that you do not listen to this bigot who will tell you to go to choq.com. There's a link in the description. Do not click the link in the description. It will bring you to a place where you can get highest quality adaptogens so that you can thrive. But the World Economic Forum would much prefer that you would continue to eat your bugs, live in your cream pod, maintain your social credit score, and do not purchase these products. If you do use the coupon code BIG53LIFE, you will get 53% off all subscriptions for life. Do not get a subscription for 53% off of the highest quality purified Shilajit. It is best for you to continue to consume the soy sludge. It is preferable that you continue to drink the tap water, avoid quality food, and do not take Choq highest quality supplements. Thank you very much. The World Economic Forum loves you ever so much.